Now, today I want to speak about policing and how they abuse the constitution of the citizen of Jamaica. I know and they know that the people of Jamaica do not know their constitutional rights about how to go about policing. And the reason why I choose to do this video today is I've seen a lot of clips on my social media page in terms of independent journalism here in North America and how they treat police officer. And when I say treat police officer, because these people, not just independent journalists, but for some of the ordinary citizens of these countries, they know their rights and they know their constitutional rights as well. So by saying that, they do not take bullyism from police. So they knew that the police work for them. They knew that they pay the police salary. So for instance, the way how these people speak to police whenever they got into a confrontation with police compared to how Jamaican police treat the citizen. So, and from what I've been seeing on my social media, where a police would confront a ordinary citizen or whosoever that may be, and they have to come across with, in terms of speaking, they have to come across them with respect. Like, you have to speak with respect. And if they understand that these people know their rights, then they have to listen to them and basically obey what they have to say to them. But if, on the other hand, if they come across someone who do not know their rights or know the constitution, then these police tend to, want to go further by kind of abusing these people. For instance, in Jamaica, the citizen always get abused by a police officer. So, and do the comparison, like here, any citizen for that matter can tell a police officer any derogative terms, and there is nothing they can do about it. Like, they can diss them in the worst way. You will never get arrested. Comparing to Jamaica, if you ever try diss a police officer or trying to call a police officer out, it's not gonna be a pretty ending. You're gonna end up in jail sometime. You end up dead, for that matter, because I've seen those videos all the time where a man would, say in the eyes of the officer, you diss him and he's not working within the law. So he work outside of the law now. So he take matters into his own hand, where sometimes these people would be beaten during the jail and sometimes ended up being dead, right? Compared to here, like I'm saying, like even up until like last night I was watching a video where where this guy, he was filming outside of a Costco, and he was filming the Costco building. He was filming vehicle going to and from and filming people. So the manager for Costco approached this guy and told him he should stop, and the guy asked him why. However, the guy did not stop. He continued filming. So the manager called the authority. The authority shows up and trying to, escort this guy, or told this guy that he's not allowed to film. So the guy told him it's well within his right because he's not on private property, which Costco is a private property. But once you're not on Costco line, then you're free to do whatever you are. So he was on city property, which is a public property, which is in line with Costco property. So the cops still adamant that he have to leave, and if he don't leave, then he's gonna be arrested. So the guy told him under what condition. So the cops was like, well, you have to leave. And the guy said, I will only leave if you told me you're gonna arrest me. And the cop would not say he was going to arrest the guy. So the guy make him say that because then the guy gonna file a lawsuit. So anyway, that's just a comparison of, you know, knowing your rights from not knowing your rights, because I learned so much things being here than when I was living in Jamaica. And I'm telling you, like, we do not have cops who even know the Constitution themselves, because there's not something that taught to them or been, you know, they have to read and kept, because these police officers, they don't know the Constitution. I'm talking like in Jamaica, like these are gangster police officers, these are bad man police officers, these are police officers. If you ever, you know, hurt their feelings, mind you, they're gonna come out of being a cop and come on being a violent person. And again, we all know the outcome of what happened to some of these people. So yeah, it's all about knowing your rights, knowing the Constitution, knowing what you can say from what not to say without your personal right being violated. And more often than not, a lot of us right being violated by the Jamaican constabulary force. I can go back as far as so there was a time when I was living in Jamaica, and I was a taxi driver, and a certain police officer, yeah, stopped me, seized my car. Like, my car was insured, licensed, fit for the road. Stopped me, seized my car, told me the car is gonna be impounded for his own personal gain. And after my car being impounded, this guy gonna tell me I have to give him, at the time, I have to give him like 25,000 in order for me to get back my car without even going to the court. That again in itself, that is extortion, right? And me at the time, I did not know the law, so I want back my car, so I just have to do whatever he said. And he do it to multiple people, like a lot of people, right? And again, we don't know the law, so you want back your vehicle, so you're gonna pay whatever they demand to get back your vehicle. And I think that kind of stuff is still happening in Jamaica up until today. Even in 2026, where cops just unlawfully take your property away from you. I mean, the only reason a cop should impound someone's vehicle, unless you don't have a driver's license or your vehicle is not fit for the road, whether it's not insured, it's not licensed. But as long as your vehicle is licensed, there is no valid reason for a cop to actually take you out your vehicle and take away your vehicle from you. And then you have to personally put money in his hand to actually get back your vehicle. So I hope those things, you know, kind of cleaned up, fixed up, which I doubt it. I don't think those kind of problem is actually been, you know, rectified yet. That's how far behind we are. And again, the people of Jamaica, you know, they need to study their rights and know their rights, because I'm gonna return back home someday, and God forbid if those kind of nonsense that I was, you know, experienced 20 years ago or even more, I would never stood by those nonsense in today. And I know the outcome gonna be either I'm gonna end up in jail, beaten, or probably killed. But a cop does not have the right to seize someone's vehicle if your vehicle is legit for the road. Like, there is no way your vehicle should be impounded if it's legit, right? And if you have a driver's license. I understand if you don't have a driver's license, then it can impound. But as long as you have a driver's license and your vehicle is legit, there is no way it should be impounded by these criminals that are there to serve and to protect, while they are taking disadvantage of ordinary citizen. So, you know what, guys, like I always say that at the end of my video, go subscribe, like, share, which I'm not seeing, and I'm not okay with that. But again, I'm not behind your phone screen or whatever you are seeing my video from. But that's the only kind thing I can ask for. Just go subscribe, like and share, and help this channel to continue. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.